The UFC middleweight title is about to gain a new chapter in its history, and the name at the center of it all is Dricus du Plessis. The South African now faces one of the most feared names in the game today, Khamzat Chimaev. And despite all the rumors, controversies, and speculation, du Plessis got straight to the point. He's ready, and the fight is close to being announced. Check out now the response Dricus du Plessis gave to Khamzat Chimaev after the Chechen said he was getting ready to kill Dricus. The champion not only fired back at that kind of trash talk, but was also honest about his take on Khamzat's wrestling, making it clear what he plans to do about it. He said he's going to shut everyone up and that there's no chance he leaves the octagon without his belt. And that's not all. Rainier de Ridder, who has trained with both Khamzat and Dricus, shared his honest opinion on who he believes will win and why he sees it that way. One more thing. I'm almost at my 1,000 subscriber goal. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe button and help me get there. Let's start with Dricus du Plessis' statement regarding Khamzat Chimaev's recent provocation, where the Chechen said that while the champion is training for war, he is training to kill. Dricus didn't hold back and also fired at the people spreading rumors that he was possibly injured and wouldn't be able to fight Chimaev. Wow, that's the first time I've heard that one. Shakespeare in the house. We have a potential of 2 dates. I already agreed to both. A lot of people saying, is it this year? I said yes. 100% it's not far away. The announcement will be made soon. It's gonna be happening in the next couple of months, maximum 4 months. Nothing signed, but I've already agreed to any date. All these rumors that came out of injuries, I don't know where they came from. It was ridiculous. I was like, okay, and I just left it for like a week, and then I was like, okay, everybody had their fun, now you look stupid. People want to see you succeed, just not too much. People want to see you do great things until you become too great. Then, jealousy comes in. All that stuff, I see it, I read it. There's always going to be opinions, but nobody's opinion about me is going to shape who I am. Nobody's opinion made me a champion. That quote sets the tone for what to expect from du Plessis, confident, straightforward, and fully aware of MMA's backstage games. He didn't just shut down the injury rumors, he doesn't even seem slightly intimidated by Chimaev, who many consider the boogeyman of the division. Wrestling is Khamzat's main weapon, and he proved that in his last fight, against Robert Whittaker. Regarding that major threat, the champion was asked how he plans to deal with Chimaev's wrestling and avoid becoming another victim like Whittaker. Dricus acknowledged Khamzat's strengths, but also made a point that in MMA, having one great weapon is not enough. His wrestling is world-class. It's phenomenal. But so is Israel Adesanya striking, right? So Sean Strickland boxing, world-class. Adesanya striking is world-class. His kickboxing record speaks for itself. This is not striking. This is not wrestling. This is not grappling. This is MMA. And yes, I do think Khamzat wrestling is phenomenal. But when the night comes, it's not about teaching him a lesson. It's about proving once again that I'll be the greatest of all time and doing whatever I have to prove that. Because I know his wrestling is great. He's proven, look at his performances. But you're only as good as your opponent lets you, and I wouldn't let you look good. I can let you look good, but I can let you win, unfortunately. If he pulls out fight, UFC will get somebody else. There's a lot of contenders right now, and whoever they put in there, I'll be ready for it. I'm gonna defend my belt. Believe me, I'm gonna defend it, win or die trying. I'm not leaving, wherever this fight is without my belt. The champion is ready for any scenario. Whether it's Khamzat or someone else, du Plessis wants to prove he's not just the holder of the belt, but the true king of the middleweight division. That's why his opponent's greatest weapon doesn't intimidate him. On the contrary, it only motivates him to show his best self. And of course, when the heat rises outside the octagon, he knows how to respond. Regarding the threats, the trash talk, and all the mind games, du Plessis explained how he deals with it all and sent an intimidating message to fighters who talk a big game online, but often do nothing when it's time to fight, or sometimes don't even show up. If you show just a little bit of weakness, you're done for. People will smell it. If you say my name out of turn and disrespect me, I promise you I'll do it 10 times worse. I'm not a guy that's going to look for trouble with any of my opponents. I've had many fights where there was no stress draw, but if you disrespect me just once, I'll come back at you because that's how it is. That's how we're raised. Be humble. Being humble is showing up every day and working to be the best. Not just saying I'm the best or taking the sport for granted. This sport will humble you. Sometimes I even reply only like a week later, but I'll see it and I go, that's funny. I don't even look at what page posted it. I just go, I have something funny right now. Let's go. I don't like this trash talk about your mother. I always enjoyed the sharp, witty comments, the quick comebacks. No trashy talk. Du Plessis prefers to respond with action and wit, but makes it very clear. If you cross the line, he's coming for you, and it'll be 10 times worse. With that mindset, he positions himself as a focused champion, ready to represent the belt with attitude and class. Now let's hear from someone who knows both fighters up close. Rainier de Ridder, former 2-division champ in one championship, who has trained with both Chimaev and Du Plessis, broke down this potential matchup with clarity and picked who he thinks comes out on top. I've had some experience with both of the guys. I've trained with both of them. I'd say, especially in a 5-round fight, Khamzat is most likely going to come out guns blazing again, shoot right away, but Dricus is not that easy to take down. He moves very well, although it looks a bit funny at times. His footwork is not that bad. He gets out. He circles pretty well. I don't see Khamzat taking him down right away, and to be honest, I don't see Khamzat choking him out in the first round. Every round he doesn't choke him out is going to get worse for him, because with that unorthodox style of Dricus and those heavy hands, I think it might be a long night for Khamzat. He keeps going. That's the crazy thing. He looks dead tired. The technique just goes out the door, but somehow he stays strong, stays very explosive. I'm going with Dricus, but Khamzat would be cool too if it gets it. But I think Dricus has a good chance. De Ridder's opinion is valuable for several reasons. First, he shared the mat with both fighters and knows their games. Second, he doesn't play favorites. And finally, he highlights something many people overlook: Dricus's ability to survive even when he looks exhausted. That kind of resilience can decide a fight against an explosive opponent like Khamzat, who has been exposed a few times, looking spent and flat after the second or third round. What's at stake here goes way beyond a title. This potential fight between Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev is a clash of completely different styles. Two strong personalities and two very different paths crossing inside the octagon. On one side, the champion who came in as an underdog, criticized for his awkward style, but who beat major names and now proudly sits at the top of the middleweight division. On the other, the Chechen phenom who, despite not fighting frequently, has dominated everyone so far, but still has something to prove at 185. Du Plessis has already made it clear. He's ready. The UFC just needs to confirm the right date. He's already agreed to 2 calendar options and guarantees he'll walk out with the belt, whether it's against Khamzat or anyone else. More than that, he wants to be the greatest of all time. That's what drives him. Rainier de Ridder gave a technical and honest breakdown leaning toward Du Plessis in a 5-round war. Not because Khamzat lacks merit, but due to the South African's awkward, durable, and gritty style, and the Chechen's lack of cardio. Now it's your turn, viewer. Answer like an MMA analyst and give your honest opinion. Who wins this fight? Dricus du Plessis or Khamzat Chimaev? Drop your take in the comments so we can talk about it. If you really love MMA and want to stay on top of everything happening in the fight world, you'll definitely want to check out these 2 other videos on the screen right now. These are super important, and I'm sure you'll enjoy them and get fully caught up with the latest MMA news. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and drop a like to help spread the content, and see you next time.